Fighting ground. Ring match. Here comes a new challenger.
This is a mirror match, which means it's not just about the win, but about your pride as a player too. This is a must-win fight.
Don't expect me to be a pushover. Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? That barely connected, but it still counts. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Utilizes an overdrive art there to tack on just a little more damage. Takes a trip. Player one is in burnout. Drives off the table. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Player two chases them down. Sticks the combo. Player one in trouble with no drive. KO. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? How's this? Stops him with a Shoryu. Throws out a projectile. Gets the jump in. Player picks a good spot to use the super. Player one has a slight life lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Clint brushes that off and keeps going. Now ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Scared money don't make no money. Ends it all for a Shinryu Rippa. They just made that very tricky combo look easy. That's how you know they're on another level. A quick breather. Turns out, hits them with a drive impact. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
How's this? Pops him with a Shoryu. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Hits them with a stop and pop. Both players look for something to work with, but neither are getting the opening they want. Player one is going to pay whiffs. They're wide open. Player one is on the brink of disaster. There's a burnout. Oh, no. Bad news is on the way. Player two tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Gets the corner switch. It might be some time for payback. Somehow manages to block the jump. Oh my god, they just chunked it up. Player two is looking at a grim situation with burnout. What now? Raw super hard incoming. Oh my god, raw super. Yo, how did they anticipate that jump in? Player two comes away with the win.
Comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Good fight. Round one. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. There's a corner. Does not want to get stuck in the corner. Starts with a jump in. What's the play here? Combo with the target combo. Anticipated that counter and blocks. Taking stock. Gets the jump in. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Gets back into the corner with pressure building. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Throws them to negate the block. Jumps in. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Medium kick hits. Player one has the life lead. Can they use it? Going in? Player two needs to use the threat of the corner here. It's a good spot to use the super. Oh, no question whether this super art is going to kill her. Taking no prisoners.
Well fought.
That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Projectile to try and change the situation. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Tries some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player two with the life lead. Time to sit on the lead. Player one has used up all of their drive gauge. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Absorbs the attack and fires back. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player two, Chase hits him for the stun. This might be over right here. Player one can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. KO. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. The jump in is denied. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Player one will look to apply pressure here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Checks with a medium. Chin right kick from looking to impress with this super. Oh yeah, that's what I like to see. Chin, real ripper. Using the super can open up huge chances for you. What'll happen here? Player two is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. They decide to take a breather to regroup. Connects with the throw. Going in. Sure you can. Player one tries to act quickly, but with the attack. Any mistake here is gonna be fatal. What's it gonna be? Anti-air and then punch. Breaks through with the throw. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Final round. Excellent block. Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. Fires without warning. Perfect execution with the anti-air. How did they read that throw? Jeez, how can they read each other so well? Player two will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Player two with a slight lead. Will they catch nothing? Stop this train. Oh my god, they just choked it up. Player one turning it right up with the super. Catches out of a Shippujira. Both sides getting ready. Player two has the super gauge advantage. Meets them air to air. Uses their drive gauge. There's a drive impact. Tons of space between the fighters now. This is gonna hurt. Wraps it up with a throw. Player two comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had...
Comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Don't expect me to be a pushover. Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Stays cool and counters. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. The drive parry was successful. Player 1 can't let their drive game down. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Combo with the target combo. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or cleans up the round, ending it with a powerful drive impact? Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. And he goes for the super art? That's some big juicy damage. Hits him with a stopping bomb. Uses the target combo as a filler. Big throws. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. Misses the grab. Shoryuken. Goes with the safe stuff with that target combo. Going in and whiffs. They're wide open. Side switch in the corner. Oh my god, they just choked it up!
For nothing!
Still alive? Still alive?
Sit down and shut up!
That was the highest if I've ever seen. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. They were right to be on guard there. Misses the drive impact. Whipping a drive impact opens a huge window to get punished. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Gets back into the corner with pressure building. Takes a trip. Player 1 hit a throw to tie the bow. They were stuck in the corner. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first.
How's this?
They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Gets out of the corner. Player 1 chases them down. Scrapping it out up close. What'll happen here? Gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in.
How's this?
Jumps in, with what hits him with a stopping block. Flashes him. Triple Jinrai hits. Good damage on him. And they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal. Oh my god, they're in there! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things so that hits them with a stopping bomb. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side kick. Wow, sat and waited for this opening. Taps him on the go. Player 1, will this super art do anything? Dragon Lash Flame cooks him up good. Both absolutely refusing to get dropped though. Aims for the shit, pumps the brakes on the impact. Player 2, the Dragon Lash super hits home. Player 2 is mounting a consistently to some big damage. I called it! I called it! Big Mama Jamma! Player 2 has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage!
Here comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Have some fun. Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? They're not going to allow any jump-ins. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Drive impact is blocked, but takes a bite out of the drive gauge to apply some pressure. Blocks the jump in, goes for the fireball. Tons of drive and health to work with. Will they use their drive to break through or to turn up the heat? Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. All right. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Takes a trip. Opts for the air-to-air encounter. Throws them to negate the block. Player 2 is all blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Life lead opens up. KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Nails the anti-air. Quick dashing. Scrapping it out up close. Anti-air. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Super Arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. It's a good spot to use the super. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scale.
Bet that.
Up to spin the meter on the super. They gotta dig. What are you jumping in for? Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Nails the anti-air. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Wow, shut down. Player 1 chases them down. There's a corner strike. Gets out of the corner. Strings it all together. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Taking stock. Connects with medium kick. Goes for the jump in. Closes with the throw. Hitting him with a smart stun. Player 1 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Jump. Very solid corner switch. Smart play to stop the opponent there. Sends a clear message with that counter. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. It's a good spot to use the super. Going in, looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Their life is hanging by a thread. They gotta lean heavily on their drive moves now. Life lead is there, but still it sneaks in the throw. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Take on all of you.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Misfire with the drive impact. Getting careless and missing a drive impact like that will leave you wide open. Player 1 has been really leaning on that drive gauge. Reads them. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive either. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. The jump in catch brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? Jump, Taking stock. Quick dashing. Uses their drive to maximize their damage. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. Avoids getting stuck in the corner somehow. Finishes it with the anti-air. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Looks like they want to put a new spin on things, but Yo put that away. Jumps in. Can't take the throw. Good work staying in throw range there. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Scrapping it out up close. Ooh, it's a good spot to use the super. Player 2 is working with a better game. What can they do with it? Jones with the fireball. Double lariat, and now looking to plant him with the pile driver. Going in, looking for a chance. Back into the corner. What setup do they have? Both fighters are trying not to get trapped in the corner. Oh, yo! Rock super here! A real test of nerves here. What a finish! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
This is it. Who's gonna? Oh, the throw connects. Hugs nothing but air. Ooh, what a smart throw. That throw will do some good damage. Flashes him. Getting up close and personal. Presses for a reaction with a fireball. Jump knocks him out of the air. Slams on the brakes and shuts out the counter. Okay, here we go. Target combo into putting the cherry on top. Shibuya Reikyaku. This is gonna take a chunk. Player 1 is mounting a comeback. What else is up their sleeve? Drive gauge on deck. Are they gonna gun it? Noticeable light sets up with the jump in. Reach out and hug him. I can't believe he gets them in the air. Player 2 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. How's this? G-Ride kick for a mix-up. Not close enough for the throw. Side switch in the corner. Avoids getting cornered. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Neither of them is willing to back off here. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue to fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Shoryuken takes a trip. Player 1 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? Each hit is so important here. Shoots off a fireball up close. Jumps up. Knockdown and nice counter in there. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Breaks the block with a throw. Good work staying in throw range there. Smart play to stop the opponent there. Player 1 is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. Drive gauge is almost empty. They gotta be careful. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Flashes him. Uses the gauge for a super arm. Shibuya Reikyaku. This is gonna take a chunk. Going in. This is the time to use fire. Nice counter. KO. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? The Soup lands a punish counter for the first hit. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Goes for the command grab. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. All right, what's coming up next? We're near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? Gets backed into the corner with pressure building. got their eye on the air. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. The jump-in is denied. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Heats it up with a combo into super. Player 2 has completely used all of their drive gauge, but they still have enough life left to take the round. Uses the gauge for a super art. Who will capitalize on it? In there! Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Throws a fireball. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Jump. Throws them. What's next? Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Player 1 can't hit them with a stopping block. Looking to plant them with a pile driver. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Were they baiting them into that? They are absolutely wailing on each other in the middle of the stage. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins and crowns them from above. Bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Get your plates ready. Damage is on them. Sets up with the jump-in. Will they gamble something here on a drive move? A single hit will do it. Lots of distance here. Who's baiting who? Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Kids out of nowhere. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Nice fireball. Low heavy. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Burnout activates. Back into the corner and whips. They're wide open. Handle with care. You can't drop driving guys. Shibuji Regisu. This is gonna take a chunk. Player 2 needs to take sets up with the jump in. Player 1 is in burnout stage. Anti-air in this one. Screw pile driver. There's no escape. Both sides getting ready. Impact squashed. Connects with the throw. What now? Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. What a statement with that fireball. Quick air to air. Player 1, that throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage. I can't believe it. Oh, that's like, are you kidding me? Player 1 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really could.
Here comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Gotta do this.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Definitely saw that counter coming. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now that he creates some big chances to do damage here. Gets a good read on their opponent. Gets through the opening. Tagging on a super art here to turn up the heat. What are they thinking here? Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Throws out a projectile. Gets the jump in. Player 1 chases them down.
How's this?
They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Life lead is opening up, but that could still be overcome with smart drive use. Keep experiencing burnout. What'll happen here? Player 1 has springs forward with the drive rush. This guy in there. One more. Player one with the first strike, but they can't get complacent. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Takes the chance to hurt him. Burnout activates. Player two needs to use the threat of the corner here. Both fighters planning something. Still slugging it out at this range. Jump? That was a brutal crossover. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Player one got smothered. But what now? Denied! He's cool and locks him up. Does he right? Both fighters' drive gauges might be burned out, but the fire's still blazing. Dangerous range here. They're using the fire. Oh, plot twist. Medium kick into. Okay, nobody blink. Runs that off. Drives and back misses. Connects with the throw. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Checking with the fireball. How will they react? They are not getting close to each other. A jump? This may turn into a big chance. Player one, no hesitation or regret. Hits him with that NSF jump. Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. Are you kidding me? Player one is gonna be watching replays of this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that comeback. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the other tries to make something happen with an overdrive arm. Street right kick for a mix-up. Combo with the target combo. Porter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup? Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. We've got both sides without a drive gauge. How will they overcome this? Both unable to use drive gauge at this key point. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Fireball from very long range. What's next here? Looks like they want to re-establish their game plan with fireballs. Player two is in burnout. Drives off the table. Knockdown. Player two is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. They're at the center of the stage. What happens here will have consequences later on. Spinning bird kick. Burnout activates. Player two is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Experience to come from the brink like that? What a comeback! Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Sure you can? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out is so vital. Player one chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Shifu right doing the business. Player two can't use any drive moves without burnout activates. Player two has an empty drive. Nice counter. Knockdown and you've got smart play to stop the opponent. Player one experiencing burnout. Ooh, there's a side switch. A super art? Hits the back door to get the side switch. Player two sets up with the jump in. A real test of nerves here. Player one will look to apply pressure here. All springs forward with the drive rush. Player one can't use any drive boost. Gotta play it safe. The drive wraps it up with a throw. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do, but yo, put that away. Projectile to try and change the situation. Parries the projectile. Saw the projectile easily. They'll want to be careful of positioning here while on the lookout for more projectiles. Lots of aggression from both sides. Both fighters have used up a generous amount of drive already. Drive usage will be very important here for both fighters. Player two creates a good corner opportunity. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Player one doesn't have a lot. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Taking stock. Burnout is triggered. Very solid corner switch. Life lead opens up. Player one can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance. They were right to be on guard there. And the throw ends the round. Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Checks them with the projectile. Does a good job of pushing back. Escapes the corner to reset the situation. Player 2 is going to have a hard, smart play to stop the opponent. That counter's got to have rattled them. Player 2 experiencing burnout. Both fighters planning something? Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. A super art? That's not gonna hit. Both fighters are out of drive. Might be a good idea to back off, but they might try something. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Goes for the fireball, but brushes that off and keeps going. Anti-air in the clutch. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. And they create an opportunity for them. What a sick counter! It's like they knew exactly what was going to happen. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Hits the drive. Oh, plot twist. Pops them with a shorty. Player 1 needs some air-to-air. Experiencing burnout. Connects with the throw. Both sides getting ready. Player 2 is in perfect execution with the anti-air. Okay, here we plus anti-air. Nothing stops this train. Player 2 is in a very good spot. Uh-oh. This would really tip the scales. Player 2 still has a chance, but it's going to be an uphill battle. Tons of space between the fighters now. What are they cooking up? Break through with the throw. Player 1 gets the win in a convincing fashion.